Wow!
Whoa!
Holy cow, look at that!
That's a view!
Oh my gosh, that's probably one of the best views I've ever seen of Lake Travis.
That's amazing.
It's so big. I mean, it's massive.
This house has some serious wow factor.
You want to talk about wow factor?
Tons of wow factor. Look at that view.
And the view's great, but do you want to hear about some real wow factor?
What's that?
Do you want to hear the history?
I want to tell,
All right,
bust
so
it out.
It's interesting. First of all, this is a historic marker property.
Wow.
So there's a historic marker at the front of the property. I got to show this to you, Chris, because this tells you so much about this view, because this guy experienced the best view of seeing Earth from the moon.
Wow, so we're in a former astronaut's home.
Yes.
So this home was originally owned by an astronaut.
And it was owned by Alan Shepard.
By Alan Shepard.
So look at this. So you've got all these Life magazines.
These are originals, yeah?
These are originals. These will stay with the property.
They convey.
And there's Alan right there. This is back in, what, 68 is one of them?
69, 61, 61, that's crazy.
Is that not bizarre? So if you think about a guy coming to Lakeway when nothing was here,
right?
And he picked this lot to build his personal home on.
He was on the moon.
He was on Mercury 7, but he was the only guy from Mercury 7 who made it to the moon.
So he was on the moon, and he saw the Earth like from the moon, and then he was in space, and he saw the moon itself. So this is a person who can appreciate some nice views.
I think he understands views.
That's probably why he chose this location.
Yes.
Is for these crazy views.
And if you think when we go outside about the decking and the placement of the pool, that was all about focusing on the view. So what's cool, so we've got a great open living space here, right? And this was designed back in December 6th of 1966.
Wow.
And once again, we have the original blueprint plans that Commander Shepard put together.
You've got to zero in on that text right there where it says Commander and Miss Alan Shepard. Right here you can see the date. It says December 6, 1966. This was done by W.R. Coleman and Associates, planning consultant designers.
It actually kind of gives you chills thinking about the history of this document comes with this house, and he actually put the design together for this home.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and once again, like I said, it's a great open concept kitchen, open to dining room, which flows down into the living, and it's all focused on the outdoors.
Let's take a look at what these views are getting us into.
So all these windows and sliding doors were recently replaced. They were original when this owner bought it, but they wanted to create efficiency within the home. And so all windows, all sliders replaced, and there we go.
Wow.
You know, you just think about how quiet it is up here.
Peaceful.
I understand being on the water is a big selling point for a lot of people, but being up top and looking down and being able to enjoy the quietness, there's something special about that.
I bet you Mr. Shepard had this thing about looking down over a view, right? Considering, you know, where he was landing or taking off from, but it really is impressive up here. It's such a wide portion of the lake or the river that, oh man, it's just amazing.
Think about the quietness from space or what is in space, and he wanted that up
He wanted to replicate that.
Yes.
Oh, that makes total sense though. And look at this massive deck.
I mean, it's like I said earlier, I think it stretches around 75, 80 feet of just decking. And then in 2012, the plunge pool was added just to have a place to jump in, cool off, but also enjoy the views as well.
Tell me a little bit about this area about this neighborhood.
Yeah,
and this
so
location.
we're in what a lot of people call Old Lakeway, Lakeway proper. We are about 2 minutes away from Rough Hollow Marina. So for a person who wants to actually be on the water as well, even though you don't have access, you're 2 minutes away from a marina to store your boat and then get out on the lake.
Nice.
We're also very close to all the golf courses here under the hills of Lakeway. Every amenity you might want out here: tennis, golf, fitness, everything, pools.
Oh, this is like perfect. Like you look at all the available lifestyles. You've got the lake lifestyle. You've got the golf lifestyle, the tennis lifestyle, the country club lifestyle. You have all of it here within a couple of minutes of each other.
And the good news is we have great schools out here for the Lake Travis School District.
Very nice.
And one of the differentiating factors I think this home has built in the 60s compared to so many others is the storage.
Interesting.
You know, it has a walk-in closet for coats and all at the entry, but it also goes very deep, has a lock on it, so you can actually store stuff in there as well.
Question for you. So
Yeah.
is that something, because a lot of these homes here on the lake are a little bit older, right?
Yep.
And is that a common thing, is not enough storage
There's not
space?
enough storage space.
Is usually where people go.
And this home has hallway storage space down underneath us, behind the game room. They actually finished it out with spray and foam, air conditioned it, so you can have more storage down there as well. And then here in the garage, it actually has its own workbench
That's so cool.
area that's closed off to the rest of the garage.
That's
So
very cool.
that is a very unique part of homes built in the 60s. They just weren't focused on storage back then as much as we are
Well, you know,
now.
I gotta say, Mr. Shepard probably was worried about storage because he knew the value of being able to carry stuff to places,
There you
right?
go.
And store stuff in
Yes.
places. So
Bring stuff back.
bring stuff
And
back.
I guarantee you he traveled to some cool spots. So the home is 4 bedrooms. One of the bedrooms right now serves as an office, but every bedroom does have an ensuite bath. And then downstairs, like I mentioned, there's a game room.
Gotcha.
So as we head down to the hallway, kind of to the back of the house, we go into the master. I think one of the nice things is it is well proportioned. It's a large size, vaulted ceilings, but sitting right outside of the bedroom is the plunge pool.
Well, and that insane view again,
And the
right?
view.
It's like that view follows you all across this home. There really is not a window that you can't look out and see something impressive.
And I think that was probably intentional.
Very intentional.